talk about slabs now. Now, you already know that ARCHLine comes with a slab tool which allows you to sketch a slab with presets. But now we are going to go a bit beyond that. First, we will talk about the basics, so how you can actually create the slab, and then we talk about how to create multi-layered ones, sloped ones, or customizably profiled ones. But let's look at the basics. So we have a structure here. We want to have a slab under it. So how do we do that?
When we talk about creating slabs, the most important thing is that when you work with the slab tool, and this is the same with all of the architectural items, that you have a specific preset that you work with. So to be able to determine what you will create, the only thing that you need to do is just to go to building, properties and slab, or you can just right click on the command and check the properties using the property tool. And here you can find the layer settings, all the generic settings, the material, even the cutting rules. We will talk about these later. You can find where it is at, and here again you have the same setting. Yes, you can actually link it or unlink it if you prefer that way. By default, again, the slabs are also linked to the specific level of the floor itself, and then you can also set up layers and beams, but we will talk about those later. So this is how you can set up a property, or check at least the properties of this slab. So when I know what I will create, then I have actually at least two options when I'm about to create a slab under this whole building. One is the so-called slab in sketch mode. This is very simple. You just start and you just literally start drafting and say, I don't know, I just connect these dots. This is not the final result that I'm about to see. Just I'm really following the contour. See, this way you can design a specific shape, but most of the time when you are about to design a slab under a building that you already created by walls, there is an even faster way. So I just undone this step, and that's the slab by walls. So if you click on that and you click here and just draw a rectangle, and then click on the other corner and select the whole building, and you say, okay, let's just do that, then the software actually designs a slab following the external contours of your building. So it's automatically recognizing the shape, the external contour, and then it's automatically generating this slab under this whole structure.
How do you modify the outlay?
Well, as you can see, we have corner points which you can just click on and erase or move this node somewhere else to create, I don't know, a balcony or something like that. Talking about a balcony, I think I will just create some here. If you click on an edge, you have the option to offset it. This way you can actually just extend it further under this whole structure. Let's say I'm about to delete this and offset it, and again erase it. So this way, during sketching, actually I'm literally sketching the whole contour of this simple slab, which I will detail later, and the way I'm doing it is very flexible. I can click on the contour and do whatever I wish. I can even make curves or remove nodes or insert nodes. For example, here I would like to change the distance between here and here. So I'm about to insert a node here and just design an offset. I don't know, let's just manually move it. I can even type a value. So this way I can move it to a different location.
How about holes and other incisions into the slab? So how do you create Reshape?
Well, when we have a hole, there is, again, at least two methods to create a hole in a slab. One way is that when you select it, you have the option in the local menu to add a hole, and that's it here. You can create a hole by manually drawing it. So let's say this is actually the first floor. This is not the ground floor, as you can see it here. So let's say I'm about to design, for example, a gallery here, which is like an open air, large room space, and then I can see that here. And if I rebuild the whole building, then I can see that this is how it looks like. So that's the slab I just designed, and this is the cutout that I have created. So if I undo that, you can see how it was before, and this is how it is after the modifications. This is what happens when you manually draft it. And there are other solutions when, for example, when we are having a slab and it's above a stair, which in this case, this is the ground floor, and you would like to, just cut out the slab over on the top of the staircase, you can just click on the staircase and use the local menu and say, I'm about to cut the slab above the stair, and then that's the software. It's just automatically doing it.
But you are able to later customize the hole that the
Yes.
automatic cut creates.
Yes, of course. Now I just jumped to the first floor because that's where the contour lives, and there I can see the cutout contour. If I hide this slab, I actually erased it, so I just undo that. I can see the contour. See, this is the contour. So if I click there and I say, okay. This is the slab contour. This is working just as the same as a regular slab contour. You can just click here and use an offset, make it rectangular, even remove the node from here or move it to another place. So it works and lives the same way. The reason I use this cut above the stair option in case of the staircase, because in that case the software is actually just checking the heights step by step. So it's measuring a so-called free height, or height above the step, which is by default set. You can change that in the software settings, but it's by default set to 2.1 meters. So the software is checking this height if it's still okay, and the moment it's not, it's just start cutting out the hole, and then it makes a useful cutout above the stair.
Now let's start customizing this slab. Let's talk about the profiling tools, when you can create a section profile to this slab and make it a bit more customized.
Well, there are many reasons you could use this option, but I found this. There was a question a few weeks back, and someone asked us how to create a specific cellar ceiling,
which like is arches,
like an underground ceiling, and I think that's a good way of showing how that works. So let me just place it around here. I will design a slab like that here. So if you have a slab, let's just draw it in a sketch mode, and I say that this is, I don't know, 5 meters and 6 meters, and I just, lock the direction and design something like this.
So you start with an ordinary slab, and what comes next?
Yeah, the whole idea behind what I'm about to create is the same way as you draw a profile, a cross-section profile or frontal profile for a wall, for example. The same way you can cut the side view of how this slab looks like. So how that works, I actually just demonstrate it first, and then I create the ceiling. So I click here, and I'm saying with a local menu, there is the reshape function, and I have actually two options: the whole profile and the bottom profile. Now the difference between the two I will show now. If I just click on the add whole profile, I can set the layout, and then I need to design a closed contour. Let's say this is an arc here, and I just actually make a weird cut here, and then say for any sort of reason I just would like to change the top as well, and then this is how it looks like. So the software actually made a cut on the full cross section, on the top, on the sides, and at the bottom, all around, and swept it through the slab itself.
It's similar to a 3D sweep tool, except that now this is still an intelligent slab, so you can still have. This
is still a slab, so
yes.
you still have the beam parameters, you still have the parameters, you can change the materials and so on. So it still works the same as before. Now, if I do the other option from the other way around, this is what I get. It's the reshape, and I'd add bottom profile. It looks the same. I have the same layout, and I actually just simply, click here and again say arc. There's an arc here, and it's it. And I'm done. I don't have to create. I actually cannot create the top now because it's only the bottom profile. So if you know that what you look for is only the bottom, then this is what you will go with. And this is how it looks like. So now you can imagine how I will solve this. Let me just undo these changes. And all I need to do is just to make it thick enough to hold the vault of this ceiling. So I just change it, I don't know, let's just change it -1 meter. This can be positive or negative.
Yeah, it just
anyhow,
has to be thick enough
you need to create the proper thickness. So what I do now, I just click on Reshape, at whole profile or the bottom profile. The difference is just as we described, and I say there's an arc, and I can even set the radius, the diameter. Now I'm just doing it manually, and this is how it looks like. And if I do it the other way around, I can actually have this cross walled.